Well, here we are again. As you can see, those are gold instead of iron. That's a an auto smelter with. This was set up so I could make a whole bunch of nether brick blocks for one of the projects I'm going to do. This gold came from one of the projects I've already done. Um, I made a gold farm. And the reason I did that and I've got these extra beacons is because I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the last video, but that one in the center, it only reaches to about right here, maybe. So I've got these in the corners. That one obviously doesn't have a beacon on it. That one only has one on that in the corner. I've taken out 5 chunks here, and I still have not gone after any of the. I have not processed any of the ore so far from this here. So I've got to get from that chunk all the way around to that one right there. And there's another geode there. There's a lot of geodes in this section. I've got those 2 there, that one there, that one there, that one there. I took out the one there. I might have already shown that. There was another one that I'd long taken out. Would have been sitting right about here. But, yeah, anyway. Yeah, I still need to get around to rigging that up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get an extra floor set in. I'm probably going to move this beacon up or something like that. Or maybe even move it down a bit so that I could... I'd be able to just run straight across there, but I'll have a floor that's about right here, and that stuff will feed up on top. Yeah, the raw metal ores will be fed into bubble vaders that will feed up into a trio of those things, and I'll have I'll have carpet dupers to feed the fuel section for the auto furnaces, auto smelters. Sorry, yeah. Tongue, you're fired. Turn off these chunk borders. Now let's go and take a look at the gold farm that I built. Not resource paths, video settings. Here we go. This is a what's it called? An Optifine thing. If you look up there in the top left, it says all the version stuff. That I should have put it out further away because this right here, the hoglins were spawning. So I've carpeted this. I don't even need hoglins anyway. I've got I got all this meat. All of these are full, along with the hoppers behind them. But yeah, they were spawning down here, and it was affecting this gold farm. And this is a design by Waddles, but I've modified it. He didn't have anything for the storage. He didn't have these rows of slabs, which it's one on top, and one. This one right here is a top slab. This right here, Oh, I've still got toggle on. Okay, this right here is a top slab. And that's to keep the small ones from getting out, and the one on top is a top slab to keep anything from spawning on top of them, and it's also to keep the zombified piglins of either size from jumping out. And I don't know what happened. At one point, I saw some uncooked chicken over here. They don't get affected by fall damage, but yeah, the way this farm works. Yeah, oh, and that right there is to keep them from falling, because I had some of them land on this, and they got out there and killed me. But the way this works is you can see the turtle egg in there. I got 3 of them in there. I should have just 3 in there. Yeah. Obviously, there's trap doors there that keeps the piglets from actually getting to them. These are the side. It tells them, oh, there's a block there, and they can't tell between it being open or closed, so they just go right off the edge and drop down here and get down to where one hit should kill them. And we're in another waste biome, and the only mobs that will spawn on magma blocks are gas and zombified piglins. And neither one takes damage because they're considered infernal mobs. Oh, the boat is there, so I can reset this thing in a bit. But I'd put the boat over here, and I get one of these snowballs. Yeah, I had toggle on because of this other project I'm working on. I don't want to fall from it. And you throw one at the piglin, and because it does no damage, I don't have to worry about killing it. And the rest will come here, and they'll come to these. I got all these hopper carts. There's 24 of them, so they'll instantly take enough mob cramming damage to, or entity cramming damage to be killed almost instantly. And so I would just have to stand here, and they just come through. I get all the experience from it. And they're hopper carts because they'll pick up the items. But somehow the system, I figured things would get backed up eventually, but that hasn't been the case. So they'll go through here. I've got rotten flesh here and at the end there. That is in case this fills up. I've been taking it out to go trade for emeralds, and also I trade just get glass or whatever. This right here is nuggets. Now this here I kind of made a mistake. What would actually make more sense is to have the auto crafter down one block further, with the barrel right there. Those hoppers can feed into it. I'll explain them in a minute. But the hoppers coming from now this here, gold nuggets will craft into ingots. They'll feed through to where the ingots are, or they'll feed to this one here, or this is where ingots are filtered. And they come here and they make blocks. I got like I think 24 blocks down here. Yeah. This is rotten flesh. Piglin heads. This here, if this fills up, when there's anything in this at all, that will extend. It'll push that observer up. If this all fills up to right here, this will turn on and it'll shut off this piston here. Right? Well, I could turn that on when I want to just leave it on so that stuff will automatically get destroyed. But it's not running because the there's nothing in the dropper. And then all the swords will come around here where I've got this small auto smelter set up. I've got an automatic carpet duper. When this empties out, that will turn off, and it'll let that torch on the other side of that block come on, and it'll extend that piston up, and we got that clock going, and it'll send this on. It'll have this run until there's items that are actually detected in this or staying in it. The problem is that every once in a while that piston will it'll let go of the observer and it'll stay running. So I come over here and I just turn it on and back off real quick, and it'll pull the observer down. These are so I can turn off the hoppers underneath and take out a nugget and get the what's it called? The experience orbs. And this nifty little thing, since you can't put water in the nether, it'll just evaporate instantly. I have this, so because I can't do the bubble vaders. Now this, it'll feed into this dropper here, and this comparator can read that dropper through the note block, and it'll turn that on, and this will flash. Okay, so this gets powered, it'll power that. With that redstone dust being powered, it'll power that. Actually, I might actually be wrong about the other update order there, but the observers can detect the redstone dust turning on. They'll send a signal to the block above them, or it'll send a signal to the block above it, and it'll power the dust on top of it. Powers that. Actually, yeah, it does that, because if I was wrong the first time, then I wouldn't need that dust up there. So we'll give it a check real quick. And it goes back into there. Now for the other project I've got that I've just started, but I'm going to have to finish. It's way out here. It's at a nether fortress that's a little bit farther, because that small one near my nether hub there, I'll do the blaze farm there, but the what is it? The fortress out here, it's also in a soul sand valley, and all that's going to spawn there is outside of all that's going to spawn there outside of the fortress will be gas and skeletons, and those skeletons will tend to spawn in the what is it? If they're spawning just in the fortress, there'll be a chance to become a wither skeleton. And that's what I want. Now, this particular farm, it's an Ian X04 design. It's on his Minecraft Elegant series. It's actually a few years old. But the other design I've been doing was a Tango Tech one that is also pretty simple, but it's large and it's fairly slow. But this one is a much quicker build. I think I've got my platform down a little too low, actually. But what you would do, I am going to have to move that up, actually. You'd explore the entirety of a fortress, and you'd check the highest and lowest numbers for both the X and Y coordinates, and you'll go to the highest one of these blocks you'll find, not the fence part, because that will not count, just the blocks, and you would go one below that number. All right, so for the X and Z, that's the horizontal bounding box, and then this will put it at near the top of the what is it? Yeah, so really that's where I should have put this. These chests where an iron golem will stand, but I'm going to redo this. I'm not even going to bother taking out this nether brick, because I got like a whole thing of it right there, so I'll just place that on top. But yeah, I'm going to come back when this thing is built, and then we'll see it running. Here we are up on top of the nether at the killing chamber. As you can see, they're coming in right there. It's not going to be just wither skeletons that come through. And I've got 4 wither skeleton skulls. This is from running this thing earlier. And I've also filled up my inventory with the coal and the skulls, so that way I'm not getting the swords and everything else. Occasionally a zombified piglin will come through, but that's not a big deal. So this is... You can also get bones from this as well. But again, the biggest thing is this. So let's go and see how many I got here. So I got 4 right now. See how long it's going to take me to get more. Oh, look. I already got 2. Oh, there's a 3rd one. Yeah, see how quickly that went? Get all that stuff. Now, I've actually run this earlier. It takes a couple of minutes for for it to warm up and you start getting these skeletons. Now, I can't sit here and burn this. I could go and modify this to have a sorting system. I might do that in the future. You know, that would be kind of an interesting idea for a future episode. Just upgrade a lot of farms, because I got a lot of them that do need some kind of an upgrade. Like, for example, my original skeleton farm, I still haven't finished. Wow. Because, see, that had just 44 in it, and the rest of these spots just had 1. But look at that. Already more than a stack of coal. And I am using looting 3 here. Yeah. So anyway, it's almost like a general fortress farm, but I'll still be doing a blaze only farm in the future. Yeah, let's kill these right here, because there's actually a whole bunch of you'll see what I mean when I say there's a whole bunch of wither skeletons in the overworld. Alright. Let's go and do... This should be... There we go. And these swords, I can just... I'll toss those later. Alright, so let's go... I know it'll be fun. I'll just start from the bottom where I said before. I've actually... This episode I have re-recorded like so many times, because I keep going and repeating the same stuff and forgetting what I've done on that. I was actually partway through editing this, and it's like, yeah, I like repeated like half the stuff that I'd already said in the first clip. So... These posts, you know, this whole thing is a 2 chunk by 2 chunk, but you go and leave a gap of 1 there, and I got the golem standing on those chests in the middle, which up above where you saw that lime green stained glass, that was directly above those chests. The repeaters there are to stop regular skeletons from seeing the golem. These slabs, I think, are to keep mobs from getting too close to the golem or something like that. I don't know. It also keeps some of them from hanging up on it. I don't know. Let's see with that. You know what? Because this is actually active, I could probably get away with coming through here. So which one am I going to go through? Okay. So these here, it'll cause them to, it'll slow them down, or it'll cause them to bunch up. So it's probably not... That wasn't well thought out. I try not to chunk borders. I don't like that. And this slab here, as they'll be bunched up and they'll just push all the way over here. So by the time you actually get skeletons coming through this portal into the killing chamber, this whole thing is gonna be full. And they come down into here. Now this here, they can't open the door, but I can. And they'll go and push themselves out of there. This wall post here is so you can actually get out of the portal blocks just enough to open the door and get out. But yeah, there we go. That's a functional wither skeleton farm. Let's go take a look at... Yeah, and by the way, you notice that there's no fog. That is, let's see, video settings. This is an Optifine thing. I'm pretty sure I said that in the first part. Oh, well, as you can see, I'm doing that. So we're going to turn that fog back off. Yeah. It looks so terrible. Supposedly there's a mod you can use to render stuff that's just all the way out there, or make it look like it's rendered. Actually, you know what? I'll use this to get rid of the swords because you can't smelt them into cobblestone, but I don't really need, if that was a thing with this. There we go. Let's see. Go over here and show that I do have the beacons built. Yeah, see there? Over there. Yay. So all this golden skulls here, and what's funny is I could eventually get so much trading done with when I get an expanded villager hall. I could repurpose that gold for something else and make the beacons out of emerald blocks, because the only thing they're useful for is trading. Look at that. All them blocks. Well, yeah, there we go. Oh, no, wrong one. I basically have a beacon, well, not really a beacon farm, but I've got infinite coal now. Or I should say rapid coal. We'll set this right here, do that. Ba-bing. Ooh, perfect. I like that. And then we'll just go get rid of this take it up to my tree farm. I guess I could call it a tree and cobblestone farm. But yeah, I'm gonna, as you saw, I had resin brick blocks and slabs. What's weird is I didn't really like the color orange. I don't really like the color orange that much, but for some reason it does have a nice colorful pop, and it contrasts nicely with darker colors. I might use it. I don't know. Yeah, I harvested that stuff. So I guess I'll just see you in the next one when I have an idea for my next episode. And we'll just say that's it for episode 32 of Getting Good. Which, by the way, Getting Good is not talking about just someone watching Getting Good. I'm trying to get better. But yeah, I'll oh, and by the way, I did take down my sign about beacons, and more beacons. So I'm starting to run out of signs here. I don't know what I'll put up after I run out of all those. But yeah. Anyway, oh yeah, I briefly had a different skin for a while. I was going to do a little running gag, but not a lot of people would have gotten the joke, because not everyone would have seen that movie, The Dark Knight. Because it's Joker, Batman villain. But anyway, yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Later.